And he's doing damage. And look, Budka is exhausted.
Yeah.
Front kick to the face.
Good body
Rips
shot.
to the body.
Oh, Almeida sees something now.
He's got to show a little patience, though.
Well, I'll tell you what he sees. He sees a tired opponent, and he sees an opportunity now to actually do some work.
Budka was pinned against the fence for a moment.
Good hips. You see the way, because Budka was in deep, he sprawled, he twisted and rotated the hips. He's dropping. He's down.
Good activity here from Almeida. He punches his way to victory in his UFC debut. He bided his time, and when given that opportunity to let those hands go, boy, did he take it.
Really impressive performance there from Almeida. You know, he was put up against it early, a lot of takedown attempts, successful ones for Budka, but again, unable to do real damage. So let's take a look here. And who's doing damage? With his back on the fence is Almeida, finding the space to land elbows, finding the space to land these dirty little punches, but he's finding the target, and he's just accumulating over and over again with these shots. Then finally, he gets enough space. As Budka had began to weaken, he started to find those big downward elbows, and once he had him down here, curled up, it's just a matter of time for Almeida to let those powerful punches go. Yeah, Lucindo is definitely looking to counter some of these kicks of Viana.
Tá vendo que eu falei? Olha o joelhinho, pode. Olha o joelhinho, tá? Não esquece dele.
Tá na hora, hein?
Isso! Ó, tá lindo, Yasmin. Tá ótimo. Ó, tá ótimo. Pega ali.
They clinch up again. Lucindo takes it to the ground and gets the better of this exchange now. Top half control. 3 minutes to go, round 2.
Vamos lá. Pé no chão. Pé no chão. Tá tranquilo, pode. Pé no chão. Ainda. Vamos fazer jiu-jitsu, pode. Você é sinistro nisso aí, você sabe disso. Isso aí, pezão no chão. Ô, Poli, vai virando o quadril, ganha essa esgrima aqui, vamos repor. Ela só quer te segurar, ele não quer fazer nada.
There's been a lack of urgency on the ground when these two get there. Led to a stand-up in the first round.
Let's go.
There's the warning by Chris Taioni in round 2.
Well, Lucindo seemed to be more willing to throw punches at the end of the round, but when she did lose the position, right? And I don't know if with this much time left in the round, she's going to be willing to throw as much as she did to end round number 1.
Vamos manter a luta aí, Yasmin. Vamos manter a luta aí. Falta 2.
Yeah, I think the ref is going to stand them up soon. I mean, these are not enough shots to keep the fight here.
Yeah, I agree with you, Felder.
Let's go.
Yep. Tanioni is leaning in a little bit.
He's trying, he's warning them at least. He's letting them know, hey.
Lucindo can pass. Yeah, Lucindo can pass here. Yeah, she can clear the leg into a 3/4 mount if she wants to. Her right knee goes to the mat there. Look at that. Now she's in the 3/4 mount. She's got an opportunity to posture and get some damage off now.
Arm
triangle. Arm
Steps
triangle.
off to that side.
Oh, that's tight.
And now with more than a minute, there is the tap. Yasmin Lucindo. Well, they didn't stand him up, and it's a good thing for the youngest woman on the UFC roster who gets her first octagon finish, and she does so by tap out in round 2. And now a look at tonight's freaky fast finish brought to you by Jimmy John's. Once you got that head in the right position, Paul, it was lights out pretty quickly.
And I'm wondering if this is something that she was looking for and being patient in order to find, but she found it. She bided her time. She got a couple warnings. She had good pressure. Once she got Viana to this position, Viana wasn't going anywhere, and she didn't have a sense of urgency either. She landed a few little ground and pound shots, but once that arm came into the position, she jumped on it, and it was a pretty quick tap. So it just shows that Lucindo's got a nice squeeze because it didn't take long for her to submit.
You got that, Austin?
Good. For Yasmin Lucindo, her third win by submission.
Again, a nice right hand. Roterson Gomez steps off on the side, lands it. But once again, Rodriguez with that clinch, just punishing, just missed with that one there.
There we go. Double underhooks is the answer to that clinch position. She's doing well. Let's see if she can trip Rodriguez from here. And she can't. Rodriguez gets the tie clinch back, gets the frame. Look how she leans her hips out. That puts so much weight on Waterson's back and her neck and wears her out as well.
When you're in a tie clinch like this, what Michelle has to do, you have to look at the ceiling almost. You cannot afford to let your neck get bent downwards. You gotta really stiffen your neck, look at the ceiling, pummeling your own tie clinch. As I say, fight fire with fire. But now, this is a terrible position.
Oh, and that'll do it. Waterson Gomez just tried to get things to the ground, and she pulled Rodriguez on top of her. Marina Rodriguez is back in the win column in a big way tonight in Vegas. Dominant from nearly start to finish.
See the finish here. She goes for a double underhook, and she just gets mounted and elbowed to the finish here. Good stoppage by the ref. There wasn't much answers from Michelle Waterson there.
Ketlen can really wrestle herself. She did a good job earlier of defending that single leg. Sarah tried to go double. She defended that. Had Sarah get the side of the octagon for a while, but now she's been reversed and she has to have some urgency, because whether or not you're getting hit with big shots, you are still, in the eyes of most judges, losing, because you're getting controlled against the side of the octagon.
Jimmy Fowler, Phil Nurse in the corner of Sarah McMahon tonight. Her jiu-jitsu coach couldn't get a visa. Just over 2 minutes here to go in the round.
Nice
job.
elbows, yeah.
I mean, an immediate
nice
takedown
by Ketlen.
Out of nowhere.
That was
Perfect
a
timing.
nice takedown, yes. Step over now. The earnest is on McMahon to get back to her feet.
Now, this is where it gets interesting, because traditionally, a lot of wrestlers are not very good off their back in these positions. They don't like to be here. This is not a place they train. When you see Sarah Moraz throw up those triangles and armbar attempts from her back, she's so comfortable with it, you're not going to see that same sort of dexterity from Sarah McMahon. What she wants to do is kind of clinch and hold and try to figure out a way to get back up to her feet.
That's what you see from most wrestlers. Either we try to get to the fence and get up immediately, or we try to tie them down just to help. The referee will come save you eventually. Like, ref, save me. You're making eye contact with the ref on the bottom because you want to get back to your feet, and you want him to help you.
This is going to make this a dogfight now, because this is essentially the same position Sarah found herself in with Ketlen, and now she's on the bottom. So we got a round apiece here. And now look, Ketlen's trying to set up the head and arm choke. That's her choke. She's setting it up.
And she's got her hands locked.
She's in the wrong side, though. She's on the wrong side. She's got to get her right leg free.
Sarah has got to keep her in that half guard. Sarah needs to keep her in the half guard.
She's got to step over. Well, Sarah did a smart thing by getting up against the cage so that Ketlen
She's
can't.
in trouble.
She got it.
One arm.
Ketlen Vieira stuns Sarah McMahon to remain undefeated. There is a new contender at 135 pounds. Enter Ketlen Vieira, brought to tears. She's very emotional right now as McMahon tries to digest what just transpired here in Edmonton.
That's tremendous, because she did it without even passing.
One arm. On the opposite side, one arm. I mean, hey, you could see it in Sarah's face that it was getting tight.
She was getting red. Tremendous. And doing it with Sarah McMahon's preferred technique. I mean, Sarah's won 2 big fights in the octagon with that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the move of the fight. It is sponsored by Metro PCS, covering 99% of people in the U.S. with a network that's more reliable than ever.
And here we see it here. You see Ketlen on top. And she eventually secures it by getting her head to the side of Sarah's arm. And now see how she's using her head. She pushes up with her right hand. Boom, now she's got it. Now once she's got that hand locked in, now she's putting the squeeze down. She's stepping here, and this is crazy because she's inside, she's in half guard. You very rarely see that position finished from there. And Sarah did a smart job of getting her left side up to the cage so that Ketlen couldn't pass on that side, and she still finished her
That
there.
would usually save you in that position, being against the side of the octagon.
Stevens continues to feint.
Aldo tried to land the right hand on the way out, just out of range. Nice uppercut from Jose Aldo. Phone booth fighting now.
Jeremy Stephens is willing to take one, though, because he feels that when he lands so much harder.
I think he
than
hurt
everybody
Aldo.
else. Yeah, he hurt him.
Oh, an uppercut from Stephens. Good head movement from Jose Aldo, but he did get touched.
That uppercut just landed.
And now Aldo returns fire. What a first half to the opening round.
Hey, this is how you fight Aldo, though. You make him, hey, you test his ego. This is what Max said. You test Aldo's ego, and this guy's a fighter. He's gonna stand and trade with you because that's what he does.
Pretty significant cut under the right eye of Jeremy Stephens. We'll keep an eye on that.
It would have been smart for Aldo to try to get a takedown, maybe go to the clinch. But instead, when he was hurt, he just started swinging for the fences. I think he's got a little bit of respect from Jeremy Stephens, though, because now Jeremy's letting him walk him down a little bit.
Telegraph that spinning attack.
Yep. Maybe Jeremy's just waiting for the next explosion, J.A.
Good overhand right from Jose Aldo, followed it up with a left hand shortly thereafter.
That head movement, man.
Right hand over the top for Aldo, missed with the follow-up left, but split the guard nicely there, did Aldo.
Oh, nice right hand by Jeremy Stephens. Jeremy's much better when he's the one going forward and going first.
That got Stephens' attention. Jose Aldo to the body.
What a body shot by Jose Aldo.
Stephens trying to rally through adversity here, DC.
Goodness. What a body shot by Jose Aldo. And he's still wincing. Jeremy's still wincing in pain.
Stephens in a world of trouble here.
Yeah, but Jeremy's doing a good job, though. He's holding the hand and showing the ref that he's still there. It's over now.
That'll do it. The King of Rio is back. Jose Aldo.
Wow. What a body shot by Jose Aldo Jr.
And that should mute the doubters. The consensus greatest featherweight of all time cools off Jeremy Stephens and gets the round one finish tonight. And Jose Aldo can exhale. Wow.
Look at that. Look at the performance of the greatest featherweight champ in UFC history. He was hurt. He was hurt, but he went back in there, got back in the fight, and then once Stephens started letting him dictate, he eventually found his shot. What a body shot. And in his prime, we saw him throw that punch constantly and follow with leg kicks. What a performance by Jose Aldo Jr.
Jeremy Stephens immediately contested the stoppage. We'll get back to that in a second, but it seemed to be the right decision by the referee. Move of the fight, sponsored by Metro PCS. Get knockout coverage of the UFC on a network that covers 99% of people in the US.
You saw Aldo just kind of slipping those punches by Stephens. Right there, he went right body shot, left body shot. Jeremy could not hide the pain. Hey, it's that liver. It happened earlier, and what did we say? It shuts your body down. It does not matter what your mind is telling you. Your body shut down, it's over. Now look at this. Once Jeremy goes to his belly there, that's a position of the fight's over. I believe the referee made the right call. You can't roll to your belly there and take unanswered shots. I know it wasn't many, but it was enough to stop the fight. Great job by Jose Aldo.
And somewhat remarkably, just his third UFC finish and his first stoppage win inside the octagon since August of 2013. Jose Aldo Jr. All right, here we go, round two. We will see the extent to which Prochazka has recovered.
The fight, Dean.
I mean, my goodness. My goodness. My God, look at it. They shouldn't have let him stand up.
No, put him sitting.
My goodness.
It is Poatan's world in the UFC in 2024.
My God.
The this guy, man.
He is something special, man. You know, imagine before his debut when we were talking about him.
You were so high on the guy, I was like, Joe, you're lying. He can't be that good. He is. He actually is.
You, man, there's something special.
He just popped his toe back in place.
Yeah. Well, he fought against Jamal Hill with a broken toe. I mean, this dude is something special. And, you know, he's been talking about going up to heavyweight. I say let him go. Let's see. He hurt his toe, apparently. I guess he did it on that high kick. Let's take a look at here it is.
I mean, switch kick.
Bam. Yup. He hurt his toe on Yuri's head.
Stop the fight.
Right.
It's over, man.
Right.
He's not defending himself. Switch kick. And he didn't even catch him clean.
Well,
caught him with his foot.
He broke his toe, I think. Look, he's adjusting his toe now. His toe's really jacked up. He's standing over there walking on his toe and adjusting it.
Oh.
He might have hurt himself. I mean, that's crazy.
What a head kick.
I mean, this guy is just something special.
You know what's crazy? He's finishing Yuri Prochazka, who finishes everybody else.
Yeah, and he's finishing them easy. Like, Yuri didn't even threaten him in that fight. There was no moment in that fight where he had him rocked. In the first fight, he had his moments, but Alex adjusted. And Yuri still had to deal with that power. That power is just something out of this world. It's so different than anybody else's. All the little nuances, the mistakes that you can make, you can get hit a little bit and roll with it. You can't do any of that with that guy.
No, you cannot make any mistakes. Stop the fight, man. Woo! You just lost for words.
But this is, like, I'm so used to it. Look at me, I'm not even screaming. I'm almost like I'm expecting that when that guy fights. Now here he's fixing his toe afterwards. Look, his toe's jacked. I mean, he bounced it off of Yuri's head.
And the right foot, which I believe was the connecting foot, if I'm not mistaken, that right big toe is all busted up. What a bomb between Alex Pereira and his boys. And 8 UFC wins in a span of 32 months. Division titles at middleweight and light heavyweight. He did not defend the middleweight championship, but he has now twice defended at 205 pounds. Has anyone ever accomplished as much in 13 mixed martial arts fights? My word,
it's
man.
impossible. It's actually impossible what he's doing. And he's getting better every time. I mean, he defended the takedown. First fight, Yuri was able to take him down. That time, he defended the takedown. He drops him at the end of the first round. Little Daniel just texted me, oh my God. He goes, oh my God. Cannot believe what he was watching.
All right, the official decision brought to you by Hart Tools, with over 800 quality tools to maintain your home, yard, and car, available at Walmart. One final time tonight. Here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 13 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Alex Poatan.